Hey guys, my name is Andy and welcome to the channel. So I get a lot of hate on a lot of my videos because I dog out a lot of Ford F-150s, and I wanted to make a video to kind of set the record straight about how I feel about Ford as a company. Okay, so yes, I'm not going to go into the videos. I have several videos. If you want to see why I hate F-150s so much, go to my page, click the most viewed videos. Those top two most viewed videos, which one of them's almost at 300,000 views now, will tell you everything you need to know about the two F-150s I own. Now, I know what people's going to say: you should have bought a 5.0 and not an EcoBoost, or you should have bought an EcoBoost and not a 5.0. I've owned both of those trucks and had a horrible experience with that. Ford basically turned their back on me as well on my EcoBoost, but that's not what this is about. I just wanted to give you a little insight on my experience with the trucks. So that being said, do I hate Ford as a company? No, I do not. I do want to say I hate the F-150, and a lot of people is going to freak out right now. But if you'd have bought two trucks, one of them brand new and one of them had like 9,000 miles on it. I forget how many miles was on it when I bought it. But and both of them were horrible. Both of them were lemons, and you know, they, as far as I know, when I traded my 5.0 in, I was in the next time to get my oil changed on my EcoBoost, and I swear I think the 5.0 was sitting out there getting worked on again. So I don't think they got it fixed after I traded it. And the EcoBoost, they told me it's fixed, and I traded it as soon as they said it was done because I'd had so much issue out of it. You know, I got rid of it. So I will never own another F-150. I actually have a video up called Why I Will Never Own Another F-150. Now, I do want to say that I think the Raptor is the best looking truck by far of any truck on the road, past, present, or future. I don't know what the future ones will look like, but in my mind, I don't know how you can make a truck look any better than the Raptor does right now. And this is really going to blow people's minds, because if I've said this before, but if they would put a Tundra 5.7 liter engine and transmission drivetrain in a Raptor, I would probably go out and buy one today. That is how much I love that truck. But there is no way that I'm going to spend $70,000, and I seen one yesterday on a lot for $69,800 and some dollars on a 6-cylinder twin-turbo EcoBoost Raptor. There is no way I would ever do that. I don't even know if they offer the 5.0 V8 in those trucks anymore. But if I was going to buy one of those trucks, it would have to be a 5.0, but I still would not spend my money on a Raptor, knowing the issues I had with my other F-150s. But by far, I want to let you guys know, it is the best looking truck, bar none, of anything on the road today. It's a beast. I just wish they'd put a Toyota drivetrain in. I don't know. Hey, Toyota put a BMW drivetrain in one of theirs. Why can't Ford put a Toyota drivetrain in one of theirs? But nonetheless, they'll never do that, and I'll never own a Raptor because of that. But I hear people say, oh, all you do is dog out Fords. You hate Fords. I own a Roush Mustang. It is sitting right there. I own it. It is mine, paid for. It's right there. And, you know, I do plan on selling that coming up. As a lot of you know, I do have a couple of plans for some vehicles coming to the channel. I am currently looking for a four-door Wrangler. I found a couple of those. Those are more expensive than I thought I was going to spend on one, because I keep wanting less and less and lower miles. So I'm going to wind up spending quite a bit more than I had originally intended to spend on that. So that may delay the second part of the channel vehicles. But I do plan on selling the Roush. I'm going to take the Roush money and pay off the Wrangler, and then I am immediately going to start saving to buy a newer 5.0. I don't know. I would like to have like a 17 or an 18 Mustang 5.0. Those things are beastly. And there again, if I hated Ford as a company, I would buy something else. I would not plan on buying another newer Mustang. You know, I don't know if I'll get all the bells and whistles and stuff like that on the Mustang. I don't need that. I would like to supercharge that car and get about 730 to 750 horsepower out of the 5.0, which is very realistic if you do like a Whipple supercharger or something like that. That is very realistic numbers to get out of a 5.0, and I think that would be a very, very fun vehicle and probably get a lot of views as I would go race that vehicle on the track or wherever. But that is the plan. I do plan on buying another Ford Mustang. So if I really hated Ford, I would not go and buy another Mustang. I would buy a Supra, or I'd buy a 370Z or something like that. I wouldn't buy another Mustang. For me, I think that's the best bang for the buck, and you can get the most horsepower out of it for the cheapest amount of money. Now, that being said, is there anything else that Ford makes that I would buy? You know, I'm not in the market for a family car, so the Fusion, I think they're even quitting making those vehicles anyway. But, you know, I'm not in the market for a car like that, a sedan or anything like that, so I would not purchase those. I think that little Focus, what is the RS, the little turbo Focus, I think that's a cool little car, but we've owned a Focus in the past, and I'm sure they're way different now than they were then. But that thing, the interior just fell apart on it. I mean, parts and pieces were, the door handle fell off. I mean, there was just parts and pieces. It was very cheaply made on the inside. So I'm not sure that I would buy one of those. I'm sure they've upgraded that. I don't know. If you own one, put in the comments if you've ever had any issues. But for me, I'm going with the American Muscle V8 over the 4-cylinder turbo. I just think that you're going to get a lot more horsepower out of that, and you're going to get a lot faster vehicle. I know you're going to get a lot faster vehicle in the Mustang than you are that little RS. And I know they're lighter, but you supercharge it, it's going to be a beast. So that is really the only other vehicle I would think about buying. I do like some of their SUVs. Their Explorers are really nice. My wife does like that. She does kind of hint around to wanting one of them, but there again, you're going back in the EcoBoost, and I just don't know if I trust the EcoBoost enough to pull the trigger on one of those. So I would probably try to persuade her into getting some other SUV, whether it be a Toyota or a Nissan or whatever it is. Now, I do want to say I'm not a huge fan of Chevy products because, again, their interior is made cheap in my opinion. You may love Chevrolet, but my dad has a newer model Silverado, and they use the cheapest plastic they can possibly find. So, again, I don't hate Ford, or I wouldn't be going to buy another Mustang, and I wouldn't own a Roush Mustang right now. But really and truly, that is probably one of the only Ford vehicles that I would consider buying at this time. Now, that doesn't mean that in 10 years Ford won't get their act together, you know, make an F-150 that is just totally bulletproof. It doesn't have any issues, get all their electrical issues worked out. But I am really going to have to see that truck tested and tested and tested, and look at reviews of it and stuff like that, and drive them for myself to even remotely consider about ever buying another F-150. But again, that being said, I don't hate Ford. I hate the F-150. The other cars and stuff like that, I'm just not appealing to me personally. If you're in the market for a sedan, I don't see a reason why you couldn't buy one of those. But the F-150 and the engine that comes in those and their bigger SUVs and stuff, I'm totally out on. So no, to you guys out there, I do not hate Ford. Again, I do not hate Ford. I hate the F-150 and the EcoBoost engine mainly. I know what you're going to say. The 5.0 engine in the Mustang is essentially the same Coyote V8 that's in the F-150. I want to say I did not have a problem with the engine in that F-150, the 5.0. It was all electrical issues. It seemed like every day a new light was coming on, especially if it was below like 40 degrees. I don't know what that had to, what the temperature had to do with it, but below 40 degrees, the lights would come on in a dash. It looked like a Christmas tree, and it was always something different, so I don't understand why that happened. So yes, I understand that that 5.0 is essentially the same Coyote that's in the other one, but it wasn't the engine that I had a problem with, it was all the electronic. And maybe that's just a fluke. I could probably buy another 5.0 F-150 and not have any issues with it at all, and that's probably the case. But after you've owned two and they were both bad, it just kind of leaves, you know, a sour taste in your mouth, and you just don't want nothing else to do with those two trucks. Again, I do not hate Ford. I hate the F-150. Put in the comments if there's a certain vehicle or brand that you don't like. And I know a lot of Ford guys are gonna be like, I hate Toyota because I own a Toyota. But realistically, Toyota is one of the most reliable vehicles on the road. They've got the reputation, they've got the statistics to back it up. If you just hate it because you hate it, that's totally different. Tell me in the comments if you've owned something, you have some experience behind the wheel, because when I get these comments, I'll say, have you ever owned one? And then it's crickets. If you've owned one and, you know, you've actually got a reason why you don't like it, not just you read something or this jackhole on YouTube said something bad about yours, you're going to say something bad about his. If you have a legitimate reason, put it in the comment section below. I'd be curious to find out what vehicles y'all don't like, or what specific models in that company you don't like. I appreciate y'all watching this video. I just wanted to set the record straight. I don't hate Ford. And again, we'll see you guys next time. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.